Before we jump into our question of the week, we do have a comment here, a question from the YouTube comments. So I'm curious if you guys think Cena is going to win his last match. I can see John wanting to, but the company trying to honor him by having him win. Yeah, that coming up here in just a few weeks. Saturday night's main event. Any thoughts? You guys think that Cena is going out on top or on his back?
I think he wants to go out on his back, but I can see the logic that the company would want to let him have that last victory.
Then again, Jimmy, you wouldn't know about this, but it's a time-honored tradition that most wrestlers would go out on their back.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means your favorite didn't want to do that.
Your favorite.
True. He went.
Look, he did not want to lose to Canada. He wanted to drop the belt elsewhere.
Oh well, let's just do everything
in WCW.
Look, man, Vince. It's all on Vince. Vince's fault.
A time-honored tradition. I think it'd be the right thing for Cena to go out on his back, and it ain't going to hurt him. No way, no how.
Yeah, I guess it depends what happens at the Survivor Series. I don't think you're going to retire John Cena as your Intercontinental Champion. So if he doesn't drop the strap to Dom at Survivor Series, I would hope that he drops the strap to somebody and goes out on his back. I think that is, maybe it's an old school vibe and mentality anymore, but I would hope that Cena chooses to go out on his back. I know that this is like going to tie directly into the question of the week, so I'll reserve the rest of my thoughts on that.
Fair. Yeah, I think I do think Survivor Series is going to be a pretty big tell, because I don't think he's going to, unless they want to unveil a new Intercontinental Championship belt, scrap this crappy one that they have and make something better. Maybe that's actually the ticket. Maybe Cena walks away with that one. They have to make something new and different and better. But yeah, I don't think he'll retire with the title. So if he wins at Survivor Series, I think he loses at Saturday night's main event. If he loses to Dom, I think there might be a good chance he actually wins his last match, depending on who it's against. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
When is Survivor Series?
Question of the week. Survivor Series is next Saturday, so we won't have a preview of that. Of course, not live next Thursday. We want everybody to celebrate Thanksgiving. We will have content hitting the podcast and YouTube feed, so you'll have some fresh 3CT to get you through your holiday. You'll also have a bonus episode hitting the feed at some point over the next week. We dug up from the archives the famous, I think it was in 2019, the famous Thanksgiving draft that you have heard us allude to many a times. So you will get an opportunity to hear that again, or hear that for the first time. That'll be up.
It's like having leftovers.
Who doesn't love leftovers? Yes, Mark, you have your hand up?
I have my hand up. Jimmy, now the Survivor Series, how can I watch that? Is that on that ESPN again?
That is on, that is on the is on ESPN.
Won't be
Saturday night main event is on Peacock, right?
On Peacock.
Yeah, that's on Peacock, so we can watch that. If you have a friend that's nice enough to lend you a log into the ESPN, you'll be able to watch.
That's the day of the 3CT gathering, right?
It is. Yep. It is funny how that happens by accident.
Oh wow!
Funny how also the day of Jess Zimmerman's Christmas concert.
We're gonna be able to do both. Believe me. We're gonna get to do all three.
Hell we will.
Yes, we will. There's gonna be a 3CT / Jess Zimmerman party. And
unless she's coming to the Christmas party, I guarantee you, I will not be hearing Jessica Zimmerman singing, quote unquote.
Matt's basement
talking into a microphone seems a bit more appropriate, but
it'll be Matt's black box. Will be where she's playing.
Driveway.
the driveway, and that's all right. The neighbors won't mind.
Well, I'm sure a couple of Matt's neighbors are big Jess Zimmerman fans.
Oh, they're big
Sure.
fans.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me.
For sure. But our question of the week this week, and yeah, it does all kind of tie together with this John Cena stuff. We're in the midst of the Last Time Is Now tournament. The winner of such will face John Cena in his final match at Saturday night's main event. I've seen mixed reviews that either the people in the tournament aren't who we expected. We've seen surprise Zack Ryder drop in on SmackDown last week as part of the tournament. I've seen some people say that having the final opponent for John Cena determined by a tournament is a problem. So that's our question of the week. Is it a mistake to have John Cena's final opponent determined by a tournament?
Mistake. Lazy. Yes.
Lazy booking.
I was gonna say, to say it's a mistake when we don't even know who it's going to be in a predetermined outcome tournament is a little, I think, premature to label as. Definitely lazy for sure. But it also kind of gives them an escape in case imagine you booked John Cena's last match and something happens leading up to it injury wise that causes the opponent to not be able to participate.
But that's exactly what's going to happen.
You think?
And then somebody not in the tournament will end up wrestling John Cena on Saturday night's main event.
So you're saying injury, but I'm saying if there was an actual legitimate
Oh,
injury,
I'm saying injury. You're saying injury.
I'm saying that, like, if you put all your eggs in one basket, that it's going to be Cena, and for sake of just pulling a wrestler that I know is active out of the air, Finn Balor, and Finn Balor injures his shoulder again and cannot wrestle, then you're scrambling for a story that makes sense in John Cena's last match.
But the story doesn't make sense. It's just a silly ass tournament to wrestle John Cena. Like, what a silly story that is.
I mean, that still is a pretty legitimate prize. Like, to wrestle one of the greats in their last match is something that people would want to compete for.
Yeah, I think that
It's no sillier than being the king of the ring and getting a crown and a
right.
robe.
Like, yeah, there's really no benefit to being king of the ring. Like, it's all like it's
What's the
always
benefit?
just been.
Who in this tournament is going to benefit from wrestling John Cena? How
I mean,
much
if he's
did Baron
putting someone
Corbin
over.
benefit for wrestling Kurt Angle in his last match at WrestleMania?
Well, that's.
I mean, if you asked Tim, Baron Corbin was on a meteoric run after that.
I mean, I love me some sad Corbin, and some happy Corbin. I don't care what anybody says. I think that was tremendous, tremendous work. And I'm also still mad that when you had King Corbin, they didn't sell like the cloak and all that crap, because I was at a point in my life where I probably would have bought that dumb. Actually, they probably saved me for myself. So thank you, WWE
I'm
and
more
WWE.
surprised they didn't
Big
sell
Jimmy.
like sad Corbin shirts that had like
The spaghetti
printed like
sauce.
spaghetti and mustard stains.
That's
No,
true.
We
Like
sell
that.
sad Mark shirts, correct?
We sure do.
Yes.
Yeah. We
Okay.
definitely do.
In order
You
to
get them
sad
even
Mark
on the
shirt.
tie dye, which is, I think, the funniest way to brand that shirt I've ever seen. Big Mac checking in. Yeah. So right now, we still have first round matches tomorrow night on SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes taking on Bronson Reed, and Penta taking on Finn Balor. Solo Sikoa and Gunther already in the quarterfinals. They will face the winners of tomorrow's matches this upcoming Monday on Raw. Next Friday on SmackDown, LA Knight and Jey Uso will face off, and Rusev and Sheamus will face off. Your semifinals are the first week of December. Your final match in the tournament is the Monday before Saturday night's main event on Monday Night Raw. So could certainly, in the post-match fracas on Monday, December the 8th. There could be an injury resulting in needing to.
Speaking of injuries,
Yeah, that doesn't look great.
I think Josh Allen's.
Oh, he's sitting up.
Oh no, really?
I thought it was a wrist though.
Oh yeah, Big Mac just apparently saw that as well. Kind of letting us know the injury.
No, he's fine. Wind knocked out of him. Get up.
Yeah, like
He landed on the ball.
I think the thing that if they don't do any sort of swerves to it, I think the thing that bums me out about it is I thought there was a cool opportunity to have Cena, whether it was a Intercontinental Champion Cena or not, come out on Saturday night's main event and issue an open challenge. Like, because the whole kind of idea behind the tournament is, at the start of his career, Kurt Angle called out anybody in the back. Somebody could come out and answer the call. It was me, and that started this career. So I'm giving the people in this tournament, who names drawn at random or whatever, however they did it, the opportunity to jumpstart their career like I did, which of course, longest NXT world champion of all time, longest Intercontinental champion in 25 years. Gunther really needs that upstart, to his career. But just like, I thought it was a neat opportunity for them to present kind of this open challenge on Saturday night's main event, and you kind of suspend who's it going to be. Could they have made a deal for Edge? Could they made is Chris Jericho showing up? Is it like who is it? Is it going to be Obafemi like coming? But and now we know it's not going to be any of those, at least unless there's something changes. So I think it takes some of the fun guessing and like surprise element out of that Saturday night's main event, which and here's the thing. Would it have been a fun surprise? Probably not. It probably would have ended up being just Jey Uso or Gunther. But it like sometimes just a kind of having that, all right, who is it going to be? Now we don't have that.
I feel like this intentionally stinks of laziness. So we can go into it with, oh, great, it's going to be I mean, it's probably Gunther
That would be my guess.
versus John Cena. And then if a swerve does happen, it really pops you because you're just not expecting it.
A swerve, bro.
But that's how I set myself up to be disappointed.
Well, that's true. Because I think, if you do leave the opportunity for a surprise,
Because I mean, somebody would have to attack Gunther backstage, making Gunther not look the strongest.
Right.
Which circumvents the idea of the tournament totally.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I've also seen some people hypothesize that, and again, it would kind of cut the knees off the winner of the tournament to be his last opponent. But after the final match, he says, "I think I got one more in me. Does anybody else in the back want to mix it up?" And then you have a surprise, which again that would then take away the whole reason you did a tournament to begin with.
I mean,
so
everybody in the tournament, there's 3 people that could actually benefit from Rusev. Probably not much benefit
at this point. No.
Damian Priest, no.
He's
a former champion. Sheamus, former champion, doesn't need it. Shinsuke Nakamura doesn't need it. Jey Uso doesn't need it, just there so Rikishi doesn't bitch. The Miz, former champion, isn't what he used to be.
Yeah, he's already eliminated.
The old gray Miz.
LaKnight.
Yeah.
The one that never could. He was always close.
Yeah, LA Knight would make.
Zack
Ryder, he
that
actually benefit, but how long's that run going to be?
What's that going to do for him? Right.
Exactly.
Zack Ryder wasn't going to happen.
I mean, that was a fun little
Big Gunth. Ain't going to benefit him.
No.
Javon Evans, there's one that would absolutely benefit. But who in the right mind's booking Javon Evans to win this match?
Right, lost to Gunther
Gunther
last Friday pretty handily.
Solo.
He's
Nah.
already
Near the
been
top.
in the biggest storyline in the company's history.
Right,
Like,
already doing his own thing. Dolph Ziggler not going to happen. Big
Dolph
Bronson
Ziggler
Reed.
could benefit.
Oh,
He-
could,
he could.
sure.
if he would have won on Monday, but didn't, much like Zack Ryder.
Bronson Reed probably. I mean, maybe. Yeah, he would benefit. I
Why was
guess.
Braun Breaker not in?
Right?
This would have screamed a great opportunity for a Braun Breaker moment.
Carmelo Hayes is the one that could benefit the most
Yeah.
from it. Will probably get bounced tomorrow.
Probably.
Penta
Penta,
would absolutely benefit from it because John Cena has a deep history of wrestling masked wrestlers, and Finn Balor he'll hurt his shoulder, like Matt said.
there you go. I'd say Penta probably, my guess, loses to Finn Balor tomorrow.
Probably.
I would imagine Balor and Bronson Reed move on. But yeah, like, I mean, Mike even says Carmelo Hayes and Carmelo Hayes alone is probably
That's
the
probably
only
it.
person that really benefits. And then if that would have been the case, if Carmelo Hayes goes and runs the table and actually wins this thing, then you really go, why the fuck wasn't this in Boston? The dude's from Massachusetts, Cena's from Massachusetts, and your last match is in Washington, D.C. because they paid more money.
No, you ask who the hell wants to watch that match?
Well,
That's a match I don't need to watch. Then you should have
also,
done the
right.
open
You want to
challenge
see him
that moment.
versus Gunther, or you want to see him versus no, not Jey
No,
Uso.
you're a greedy, needy wrestling fan. You want to see him against a surprise return that will pop you. That's all you want.
Jericho or Ledge, like that.
That's it.
Which
Sorry.
reportedly WWE never reached out to Tony Khan. Per Tony Khan on the Ariel Helwani interview, apparently it never even crossed their mind.
Is Copeland still under contract?
He is.
Jericho, we're not sure about, correct?
Jericho's deal is reportedly up in December. When in December, we don't know. Tony Khan did say in the Helwani interview that he hopes and he wants Jericho to have his final match in AEW. But last week, Chris Jericho on his own podcast said TNA is the number 2 brand in the country or in the world.
Yeah.
So probably not going back to AEW would be my guess. But Jericho, is sucker for money. So if Tony Khan puts the right amount of zeros, and we all are, I'm not judging Chris Jericho, at least on that part. We all are suckers about that. Which, because I also did see a lot of people who are not the biggest fans of WWE calling like Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder out for being like, oh, remember when he said he would never do the Zack Ryder gimmick again? And I'm like, first off, I think he also said that he's a mark for the business and will do what the business wants him to do. But secondly, every single person who's giving Cardona shit for doing the Zack Ryder gimmick again would do whatever WWE asked them to if they called them and offered them the right amount of money. So, like,
right. I mean, but Cardona on his own did the whole Zack Ryder is dead thing.
sure,
That was part of his indie gimmick. Well, Bud wasn't on the indies for this one.
right. He was on
Zack
Friday
Ryder.
Night SmackDown in front
Right.
of,
The three
13,000 people.
the 3 number 1 like top selling shirts, Zack Ryder shirts.
Yeah. But and I think you can still buy those. They have a little merchandise deal. But yeah, I kind of agree with Ryan. I think it is a bit of laziness to do the tournament. It's just, it feels like time fill on episodes of TV that are too long to begin with. Which also saw this news in the past week. Reportedly, SmackDown going back to 3 hours in 2026 because everybody asked for that 3rd hour of Friday Night SmackDown to return. So let's go ahead and do
There's
that.
one thing I need on my Friday night. It's a 3rd hour of
a third hour of WWE TV.
Didn't SmackDown just have the lowest rating in the history of the show?
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Mark, we don't track ratings on this.
we
unless it's
do not.
AEW.
They also had
Ratings
pretty
don't
damn low
matter.
attendance. To be fair, Halloween night probably not a big night for TV PG family friendly wrestling. It's just maybe a guess there. And yeah, Devin says, and he would love a big Saudi Arabian payday talking about Chris Jericho. He would.
Oh yeah.
He would. Guys, any other thoughts on the Cena farewell in the tournament?
Cena Nation.
I'm going to hate it, and I can't wait to watch it.
There you go. I love
I
that.
will absolutely be very vested and interested in watching
Oh, sure.
that Saturday night show.
Well, especially
Sure,
because
sure,
anything
sure.
to keep us from the Jess Zimmerman sad show in a parking lot would be
Oh,
is something that I will be tuned into.